Please tune in and call into my show Sunday mornings at 10 on Talk 1470 WNN.
Here's how people are learning to make extra money from home at Online Trading Academy. If you have mutual funds or an IRA and you're not happy with what you're making, here's a tip from one of the instructors at Online Trading Academy.
How many of you out there are holding stock right now? You could be using options to sell against that stock to bring in income, like rental income.
Renting stocks you already own? Sure. Learn how it's done at Online Trading Academy.
He had this in his 401k, and he was able to generate $4,000 within 2 or 3 weeks' time selling a call option on the Schlumberger shares that he had that he'd been sitting on for years.
People are learning how extra money can be made from home with stocks and more, all with limited risk at Online Trading Academy. Reserve a pair of seats for a free half-day class to see how it's done in Broward and Palm Beach. Online Trading Academy. Call now, 561-674-9800, 561-674-9800, 561-674-9800.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, a 3-hour safe haven for your questions and spirit's answers to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next 3 hours, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook, and share love and light.
Yes, indeed, I am perfectly aligned with my destiny. Are you? Well, tonight, this evening, we are spiritually speaking to all of you and connecting heart to heart, soul to soul, and opening up the dialogue, the conversations with God. If you had a pen and a piece of paper, what would you write to God? Better yet, if God were one of us, just a stranger on the bus, sitting right next to you, what would you be saying? What would you ask? If you could say anything to God, what would it be? Tonight we're going to talk about our desires and our words to God and what we want God to know. We're also going to speak to our angels and our guides and make those connections. But what I absolutely love about connecting with all of you is the authenticity that you bring us here to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You see, each one of you is on your own journey. And each one of our journeys have an opportunity to just kind of blend on this road of life. And we are all connected. even if there's miles between us. Whether you're here local in South Florida, across the United States, or even out of the country, we are all always connected. And I love connecting to all of you and hearing what's on your mind and what your stories may be and how together we can navigate those experiences. You see, we're never really as alone as we think we are. Sometimes we feel that feeling. Have you ever stood out on a dark, starry night and looked up to the sky and asked God why? Have you ever asked, why is this going on in my life? Why did this happen? Perhaps you're one of the people who said, could I be such a bad person that all this happened? What did I do wrong? Sometimes we feel as if we're a victim in an experience and we don't understand. And there are times that we will never have that exact answer as to why certain things occur. But things have a series of events, and each thing that we pass through is a stepping stone to our greatness, even if at the time we don't understand it. And before we continue in the show, I want to take a minute to send all the love and the light and the energy to our beautiful family members, all those that we love, all the people in Texas who are suffering so much from Hurricane Harvey, and those in Louisiana who've also been touched by this storm. It's been a mighty, mighty battle for many, and we have seen some horrific pictures. So when you see the picture, send it love, send it light, send a solution. See the assistance coming quickly. Some of the stories have really left many of us filled with tears. Families being swept away that were in a van, never to be seen and not knowing where they are. There are so many things that are happening now, and we here in South Florida, we know that feeling. We know what it's like to have such horrendous rains and storms and the hurricane to come down upon us and reap its wrath. So for those of you who are listening and have family members in Texas, and those of you who can still hear us in Texas, wherever you are, know that we are with you in spirit, and I know that many people I know personally are on their way to your assistance to bring supplies and to bring the things that you need so that we can begin to put together your lives. In an instant, everyone, it could all be gone. Everything we look at, everything we deem as important, be it our house, our car, our job, it could all go in an instant. And those are the moments that bring us down to our knees and have us ask God, why? Why would such a thing happen? And why me? Well, if God were to talk to all of us, there's quite a bit that God would say. And before the show, I had an opportunity to sit and be still, and to hear some of the messages that God wanted everyone to understand. And I'm going to share some of that with you throughout the show. But one of the first messages that I received today when I was preparing for all of you was that this world was created in love. It's not founded in hate. It's not founded in judgment. It's not founded in materialistic things. It's not founded in any of the things that we deem important. It is founded in the energy of love. It was created in love, born in light. And that's the energy that will prevail through all obstacles that you may encounter. So no matter where you are, no matter how alone you may feel, no matter what the obstacle that comes before you, it is for you to remember that you were born in love. Born in love from a supreme being, not just the love of parents or family dynamics, because that too, that fluctuates. Because people are people, we are all individuals. And we all have our personalities, and we all have our differences of opinion. And not everybody can always stay in alignment for all the days forward. But everyone comes in our path for a reason. And no matter what the test or the lesson, no matter what the obstacle may be, no matter what the frustration may be between you and another, it is an opportunity for growth. And when I sat with God, God assured us that we are never alone. Not a thought goes through our mind that is not spoken to the universe, even though we do not say it aloud, even though we don't share it to everyone. It is heard in the whisper. It is heard in the thought. And it is felt in the heart. For whatever touches your heart, whether it brings you joy or sorrow, that is in the sacred chamber that is connected to a higher power, something that allows us all to be ever present in the moment of now. That spark, that essence. So when you look at where you are, don't judge it for the experience of the moment. Look at it as a way to move, to expand, to grow. And when you are blessed with those wonderful surrendering moments that you're like, yay, I gave it up. I surrendered. I didn't have a human answer, so I just threw my hands up and I said, God, take it from here. When you're blessed with those moments and the answer comes, let gratitude be the answer. Because gratitude holds the key to open the doors of so many opportunities in your life. Gratitude holds the key to your rebirth, your reinvention of you, and your continued blessings. Sometimes we forget to say the simplest of thank yous to someone who opens a door. And yet that's one of the kindest and most respectful gestures that people seem to have forgotten. To just hold a door for another human being. It doesn't matter if you know them. It doesn't matter how much of a hurry you're in. To take that extra second and make sure that they clear the door, or that their hand is there to hold the door as you pass the holding of the door to them. Well, that's life. We're always passing to another. There's always this exchange of energy, this opportunity for when a blessing comes that you can spread it. You know, when I opened the Expedito Enlightenment Center, it wasn't for me. It wasn't so that I had a place to work, although that was the fringe benefit. But in my center, it's about the expansion of everyone who walks through the door. Whether you are there for a session, whether you're just there to pick up incense, and you need to know how to utilize it in your home, and what's the best way to incorporate it in your spiritual practices, or whether you're one of my students, we are flying wing to wing, heart to heart, soul to soul, each one of us. And even in your office, in your day-to-day activities, there's many personalities, but we're there as a team. We're there to help each other, even if we don't like the person next to us. That happens, you know. I hear all sorts of stories. But what I can tell you is this, that that person too is an aspect of God. And for you to hold the energy of blessings and love and light, even if at times their personality drives you absolutely bonkers, that'll balance out the feelings that you have. That'll balance out that uncomfortable feeling that comes up when they maybe rub you the wrong way. And realize that patience is a virtue for a reason. We do have to be patient with people. And we have to trust that it'll work out. You see, you have more power than you give yourself credit for. Because you are a vehicle of the expression of the Creator. And if God were here, he'd remind each one of us that if we got our head out of the sand and stopped hiding from what we feared, if we looked fear straight in the eyes and said, I can do anything. I am a powerful being with a spark of light, and even though the illusion stands before me, it cannot stop me. If we all remember to just look fear in the eye and say, oh no, not today. I've got things to do. And I'm not going to give you my time, my essence, my expression of self. I'm not going to waste my joy on you, fear. Tell it to go. And when it quells up from inside, because maybe someone told you along the way, you're not good enough, you remember that every dream that is placed in your heart, every thought, every idea you have, is a spark of the creative plan for you. And that all you have to do is just step forward and bring it to you and say, I want this. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't meet your timeline. It doesn't matter if it doesn't take the same form that you imagine it to, because we have to have creative licensing, because we are in this ever-flowing, ever-changing state of life. Nothing on the planet stays still. Everything's moving. Unless you're signing up to be a couch potato. But even then, you're going to have to get up. So everything's always moving. Everything's always changing. And we have to learn flexibility and trust. Sometimes when the boat we're rowing in is not getting us where we need to go, and there's water all around us, we can sit there, or we can decide that we're going to step out of this canoe that we deem as the only way to get from point A to point B. Sometimes we need to get creative. And we can't be uncomfortable in an uncomfortable situation and then kid ourselves and say, it's okay, I'm okay. I know this misery, so at least I have this. Why would you ever want to settle in life? Why would you want to settle when if God were there before you, he would say, you can have it all. I gave it to you all. It's all there. You just need to speak it. You just need to do it. And you just need to show up. And if where you show up to do what you came to do, to say what you came to say, to create what you came to create, if it's not fully in place, then you just go knock on another door. Because there'll always be another door. There'll always be another door to open. And even if you stick your head in and if you don't like the view, then you have the full permission to close the door and say, no, not quite to my liking. I choose again. You see, life is like a game show, but the only way you get the booby prize underneath the box, the only way that happens is when you give up and you decide, I'm not an aspect of God. I'm not special. I don't have it all. I'm not capable. I'm afraid. I'm going to be a victim of worry and circumstances and conditions, and I choose to accept mediocrity. When you choose that path, well, then you will receive that. And it's not the best path for everyone, but sometimes we have to stay on that path because we're not ready for what comes next. But if you're there and you can't see your way out, be kind to yourself. Be gentle to yourself. Because if God were here to talk to you, he would stand in front of you and he would say, I love you no matter what you do. I love you no matter what you choose. And there's no mistakes. So it didn't work out the way you wanted. Do it again. Try it a different way. I'm here holding the space, supporting you with guides and angels, loved ones on the other side. You're never alone. Pick yourself up. Have you ever heard the voice of God tell you to pick yourself up? I know I have. I know that one day I was at the center sitting on the floor. Yep, sitting on the floor. Just trying to figure out where I went from that moment. And what I thought was on track was different than what I expected, and I really didn't know what to do. And then God came to me and said, you're trying to do it yourself. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm showing up to work. And God said, you can't do it by yourself. You have to have the help of the angels and the guides and me. You're trying to figure it out as a human. And there are some things that are beyond the human reasoning, the human intellectual capacity. There are some solutions that you cannot see in your human mind because it goes beyond what you know. So when you don't have an answer, just put your hands up and say, hey, this one's for you, God. And I've got this. And I kind of looked around, had to pat my little eyes because I was having one of those, I don't know, anyone ever have a meltdown? I was having that meltdown. And when I patted my eyes and I looked up, there was no one there. It was 8 o'clock in the morning. No one was there. But God was there. Have you had that moment? Have you thrown your arms up and said, I don't know what to do? Perhaps you are there at this juncture, at this moment. Maybe you can't pay your rent. Maybe you don't know where you're going to live. Maybe there's a family crisis, a health crisis. Maybe one of your children is seemingly going down a path that is causing you a lot of distress. Perhaps you've lost a loved one recently, and you're not feeling joy, you're feeling sorrow, and you don't understand why they're not here. Then put your hands up and say, I give this one to you, God. And no matter where you are, no matter who you are, no matter what your path, no matter what your religion, no matter what you choose to practice, there'll come an answer. And the answer will lead you to your next step in life. I welcome you here tonight to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, because we are spiritually speaking to all of you. And I welcome your phone calls at 1-888-565-1470. And we're going to take your calls, and I welcome your questions on Facebook. I love when I have Facebook questions and everyone connects with us. And we are going to be asking you a question. Yes, that's right. We're asking you a question tonight. If God were here, what would you say? Because I want to hear what you want to say to God. Because God's listening. The angels are listening. And we are never alone. So as you're driving on the highway on your way home or on your local streets, perhaps you're on your way to the grocery store to get some things for dinner. We appreciate you listening here live from 5 to 8 p.m. to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And if you're in our Atlanta listening audience, we thank you too for sharing this experience with us on 1100 a.m. WWWE. So we're going to take a minute. We're going to hear from our sponsors. And then when we come back, well, you know what we're going to do. We're going to go right to the phone lines. And we're going to hear what your questions are. And we're going to navigate together. And we're going to see what you want to say to God. So stay with us, everyone. You know, don't go away, because we're going to be right back.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard?
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Hi, I'm Gina Martell.
I'm Alan Knight.
And you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
I had a feeling. I hope you had the feeling too.
I get them all the time.
Oh, to tune into our show every Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock on our sister station, WSBR.
Oh, I think that's amazing. And you know what? I think people should listen to their feelings all the time.
I'm in tune to my feelings. Okay, let's get in tune with Sarah Spiritual right now.
Okay.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of life. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll-free worldwide. 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook.
Back here live on WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 FM. And we're going to go right to Facebook. Apparently we've got a bunch of questions popping up here. And, we've got, let's see, we've got Taylor on Facebook. And Taylor wants to know, she's got a lot going on in life and she's feeling very stressed. And she wants to know if Spirit has any messages for her. Well, Taylor, one of the things Spirit is talking to me about is you are having a lot of crises with work and money. And Taylor, we're going to address some of the breakdowns of changes that are coming for you. Spirit talks about study. Spirit talks about change in work, change in finances. And Spirit also talks about opening up to your gifts. There's also a lot of emotional pressure going on around you in your personal life, so everything seems to have hit you all at once. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to go right to the phone lines because I think we have Taylor on the phone line. So if we could have Taylor, that would be great. Taylor, you're on live with Sarah Spiritual here.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi. Did you left us a message on Facebook, right?
I did.
You did.
Normally I leave messages on Facebook, but I decided to call in this time.
I know, and I started to answer your question on Facebook, and I said, wait a minute, I think I have her on the telephone. Yes. So I wanted to go right to your question. I started to answer it. Spirit's talking about career and finances and changes, and that there's a lot going on because you've got some decisions to make. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And is there a study, because they want to put a book in your hand, is there something you need to study to make this change?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, but where are we going to get the money? How are we going to do it? What am I going to do? I don't know. Yes?
Yeah.
All right. And then there's an emotional issue going on of a personal matter of the heart, yes?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. So what is your specific question for us tonight, Taylor, so that I can address that for you?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
What's your specific question for us? You've got a lot going on. You're stressed. We've got choices to make. And so really you're overwhelmed. So the way I learned we can overcome being overwhelmed is to kind of, eat an elephant a bite at a time. So let's take one aspect of this feeling and navigate it. What's your question?
I guess, probably the thing that is causing me the most stress is work and school. So I just want to know if there's anything that Spirit thinks that can put me in the right path or that I can do. It's just so much right now. I feel very tired and kind of just stuck, even though there's so much going on. because there is so much going on. I just feel very stuck.
Very stuck. Very stuck. You know, Spirit tells me that your job, your job, can be very demanding. Does that make sense to you? Like, it doesn't give you the time to study. Does this make sense?
Yes.
So I know we want to get to a destination, but perhaps we can do one less class. You have to lighten the load a bit, either on work or career and your studies. So you can change jobs, or you can drop a class or cut back on some of the movement in the studies until you can regroup. I feel from Spirit that the job that you're doing is taking too much time and you don't have enough time for the work. This makes sense, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Taylor, if God were here before us, what would you want to say to God?
Even though I've got a lot of stress in all of these aspects, I still feel very grateful that I have these opportunities. So I guess just simply I would want to, say thank you.
Thank you. And I think that would be a great thing to say. And I will share with you that Spirit is telling me that the month of October things start to smooth out and calm down. And are you looking for another job, another opportunity to work as opposed to what you're currently doing?
I'm almost done with my schooling, and once I'm done with schooling, I'm looking into switching jobs once I get my degree.
You will switch jobs, but there may be an interim job that makes it a little easier for you to navigate both as you come down to the close. But you will complete and you will be fine, but pace yourself. If you have to slow up a bit, just slow up. Time is an illusion, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for your question, Taylor. God bless you. Bye.
And thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. 1-888-565-1470. That's the number that gets you right here to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah and answering your questions. But I'm going to go to Lantana, and I've got Ted on the line. Ted, how are you tonight?
Oh, not too bad. It's a nice, breezy night here.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
I had a question. As you know, I saw you not too long ago, and there was a lady that was cleaning in my kitchen about 3 or 4 months ago, who you may have met. And this is part of it is about this, is that she heard a voice while I was away from the house. She was alone in the kitchen, and there was no one else save for her little boy, and in the house. And a voice appeared, and it sounded like me, but different. And it said, "Well, thank you very much," or some words to that effect. And she was startled. And when I got back from where I was, she told me about the voice. She said, "It sounds like you, but probably older or a little different, but like you." And so I'm just... I believe you met the lady, and but that's what I'm just sort of reporting.
Well, sure. I'd love to have some insight from Spirit with that. So just let me make that connection for you.
Okay.
She truly did not imagine it, that I am aware of, and I am being led to the father energy, the father figure, your father, being very present and appreciating, because she was cleaning in the kitchen, but also she was doing some organizing for you on that day. Yes. Does that make sense? Because
that makes sense, yes.
Okay. Because they show me organization, her moving things around, not just like wiping down counters. So whatever she was doing, it was appreciated, because she also was around things that have been family mementos and treasures that you have in your house. So it was just the energy of Spirit, just thanking her, the energy of your father's Spirit, thanking her for her assistance, knowing that you cannot do all those tasks alone, Ted. And Ted, I have a question for you. Ted, if God were here in front of you, what would you want to say to God?
I would frankly be overwhelmed, but if I was allowed to say something, I'd be grateful to him, and I would be appreciative and try to say that to him. I would ask him some questions, but I think I would be more appreciative in my reply to him. You know, if that occurred, I'd be sort of overwhelmed, frankly, though.
Yes, well, you know, we can very easily feel that presence of God anytime we want. So it's such an important essence to invite into our world. And because I know you believe so much in the afterlife and spirit realm, that's why it's a wonderful portal for you at your home, where they feel free to deliver messages and be connected to you always, even though they're seemingly not physically present. They are always there.
I've seen my father here. I've seen my father, but not so much my mother. But you know, anything at all I'd like to see, and is very good, though.
Yes.
But I do have a question myself that you touched on before. Of course, I'm going to have an operation soon.
Yes.
How do you see that going? That has been postponed a little bit away from a period that is, you said,
right, Mercury in retrograde.
Mercury was, yes. It's been postponed a little away from that.
Good job. I'm so excited.
So
that's great.
I didn't know that I was going to do that, but they allowed me to do it.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
So how do you see that going?
I see it going well, and I see the healing process, the recuperation process, as long as you follow doctor's orders, all right? No jumping around and doing the hokey pokey there. Spirit tells me that you're going to heal very nicely and easily, and in a very short time be able to feel free to move without much uncomfortability and pain, okay? So it's going to be a good surgery. Do you recall what the date is they agreed to for you?
Yes, I think it's about the 6th. It may be 1 or 2 days before, but I think it's going to be the 6th of September.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, Ted, then we will hold the space for your healing and a successful surgery there, all right?
Yes. Now, you see that I was going to meet somebody in a little while, a new person.
Yes.
When do you think that could be happening?
Well, we're going to push that out towards the end of the year, all right, Ted? And then ideally by then you will have popped back into the center, all healed, ready to roll, and we'll be able to spin you around a couple of times and tell you which way to go to meet that person. But I thank you so much for your questions and sharing that wonderful story of the connectivity of your loved one in your house, and we will hold the space of healing. Yes.
I was surprised when she told me that. Yeah. But she's had other paranormal, if that's a good word, she's had other experiences that way.
Well, you know, they come. They come if they know you're open to receive it. But thank you so much, Ted, and we're going to pray for you on September 6th for a successful surgery. And I know everyone who's listening is going to hold that space for you to have a successful surgery. Thank you so much for calling, Ted. God bless you.
Well, thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
1-888-565-1470. That's the number that gets us right into Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, heard live here from 5 to 8 p.m. on WWNN and 95.3 The Talk and on 1100 a.m. in Atlanta. And we're going to go right to the phone lines, and I've got Vanessa on the line, and she is in West Palm Beach. Vanessa, you're on live with Sarah Spiritual. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Vanessa. And first of all, my dear, what would you say if God were here?
Oh, that's a tough one. Just want to know why I'm going through all the trials that I'm going through right now.
Let's see. Well, Spirit tells me that you feel like you've hit a wall. Is that correct?
A little bit.
Okay, I've got you blocked, and they tell me that since August, the first week in August, things have just seemed to be kind of moving out of control. Yes, almost like a car that hit some ice, and we're kind of spinning. We don't know where we're going to end up, and we're just not feeling like we're moving forward. Vanessa, what is the question that you want us to take a look at, please?
Financially.
You're looking to create new work, yes?
I guess you can say that.
I see new work coming for you. I see new opportunity. I see new job. I'm seeing a change coming for you.
Okay.
And so when I take you into the month of September and I bring you towards the end of the month, Vanessa, I feel finances begin to pick up. I feel that we have new streams of revenue coming in. There's new opportunities coming for you. But interestingly enough, is there a job and then is there a part-time gig you're looking to do, or a work at home, or some business of your own you're looking to do?
Not business of my own. I normally do work for a tax company, seasonal.
Okay.
The beginning of January.
Okay.
Which I'm debating whether I want to do or not.
Well, I see you doing something besides your regular job. So whatever that ends up being, I do see 2 streams of revenue coming. And once the end of September comes, things start to open up for you. All right?
Okay.
All right, Vanessa, it's going to change. You're going to have to hold on tight a little bit for right now. And I know you feel like money's slipping through your fingers.
Yeah.
You know, there's something that's kind of old school, but it's important to do every once in a while. Kind of have a financial diary and write down. You'd be surprised where some of your money goes.
Okay.
All right. So you track what the money that you do have, so that maybe you can kind of soften some of the finances for just a bit until some additional revenue comes. All right, my dear?
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome, Vanessa. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.
Bye.
1-888-565-1470. That's the number. And we're going to go right to the phone lines. I've got to go to New York City. And I've got Steve on the line. Steve, how are you this evening?
I'm good, Sarah. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Steve. And how can Spirit and I assist you tonight?
Well, I wanted to tell you that I did do a lead in a short film. We shot it last week. It was the best experience I've had in 2 years.
Perfect. And didn't Spirit say we saw something important coming like that?
Yes.
Perfect.
So a friend of mine has been encouraging me to take a class with a manager named Genevieve Brewer, because she feels that she will actually get me auditions and manage me. What do you see about that?
Well, is it like a one-day class or a workshop?
It's a 2-month commitment. It's an 8-week class.
It's an 8-week class. That's a big commitment.
Yeah, I know. Yep.
And financially, Spirit makes me feel as if it could be a challenge for you. Does that make sense? It seems to be. It's not a cheap experience. Yes.
No, it's a lot all at once. It's $600.
Yeah, that is a lot. That is a lot. If it's something you can swing, definitely as a role model and as a person who is going to create connections for you, I feel very strongly that this manager can be of assistance. But you also cannot put yourself in a financial way that things are challenging for us. All right?
Well, it wouldn't be. That would be my acting class with more or less budget for 2 months.
Okay.
You know.
So if that's something that you have budgeted and you can continue to do that, then do that. I feel
and
that
if she would actually send me out and it would do my career some good, then it would be worth it.
It would be worth it. It would be worth it. And she does follow through, and she's very respected in the industry. And she also has versatile connections. She's not just limited to one type of project. She has her hands in many pots, is how Spirit shows me. All right?
Great. So I'm just tomorrow, and he might call in. Tomorrow is Matthew's birthday. You remember Matthew?
I do.
And
yes,
I do. So what kind of a year is he going to have?
Well, last year Matthew was on a bit of a lull. Yes, things were kind of slow for him, and he, I don't know, he lost his mojo, right? And he wasn't happy with life. When I take him into the end of this year, so from his birthday to, let's say, November, December, I feel him starting to redefine his music. They give me music around. He plays music, yes?
Yes.
Okay, I see music around him, and I feel like the music flows with him, and then he's able to create more connections for himself. So he will feel a little more fulfilled, is the word Spirit gives me. And Steve, before I let you off the phone, I need to ask you this very important question, Steve.
Yes.
If God were here in front of you, and you were able to say or ask God anything, what would that be?
I would ask God to send me enough activities as an actor so I could let go of any kind of income I would like to, besides that.
Wonderful. Well, then, when we ask, consider it done, because the universe is always listening, Steve. So in the energy that is the divine power, it's already in motion.
Great.
All right, Steve. I'm so glad that things are turning around for you. And then you be sure to give Matthew a very happy birthday wish from me. I will not be in New York in October, but I know I'll be coming soon.
Wonderful, Sarah. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you. God bless you, Steve.
God bless you.
1-888-565-1470. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines. And I have Corrine, and she's in Port St. Lucie. Corrine, how are you this evening?
Hi, Sarah. I'm good. How about yourself?
I am doing fabulously, Corrine. And how can Spirit and I assist you today?
Well, I've been going through a lot of things, so I want to know if any doors are going to open for me. So, and I've been going through a lot, lost my job, not much going on. So,
well, the loss of the job was almost like pushed, right? You got pushed out of that job, right?
Right, absolutely, yes.
Okay, because they were like, she's out, kick her out, get her out, get her out, get her out. There was like a campaign to get you out. And it really, really hurt you on a personal level as well. And remember, it's just work, okay? It's just a job.
Of course.
But I know you felt that some people kind of threw you under the bus. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, we don't want to be under the bus. But what I do see coming is I do see work coming for you. I see that we are looking, but we're not getting any invitation to really interview or connect. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. When I take you into the area of September 10th, they're very specific with me. September 10th opens up the doorway to opportunities for interviews. And I feel that you're going to be working in connection with a group of people. And I don't know if it's a placement agency that who places you, or if you're going to, go to like a workforce alliance or a agency, but I see people assisting you in finding this position.
Okay.
So,
well, I have my resumes with a lot of agencies.
Okay. Perfect. So an agency is going to find work for you, and this is going to come to pass, and everything's going to be great. But it's just a little rough patch right now, and you just have to trust that it's going to pass. All right?
Okay. Okay.
All right. And, Corrine, if God were here in front of you, and you could say anything or ask God anything, what would that be?
Oh, I would, the first thing I would just ask him for guidance, for guidance, and I would thank him, because he has done a lot for me.
Well, then consider that the guidance is coming and the gratitude has been heard and felt from the universe. All right, my dear?
All righty.
All right. Thank you so much for your question. Is this your first time calling into the show?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And just a quick question, do you see anything romantically happening to me, sir?
Oh, girl, no.
Oh, geez. Okay.
No, I'm kidding. But not right this second. I do see love coming for you, but I feel as if that pushes me toward closer to the 2018.
Wow.
Well, sorry. Don't shoot the messenger. That's just what they tell me. But I feel as if there's other things that you are handling right now, not just finding work, but there's things you're getting in order in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're a little bit more settled, you'll be more open to receive love. All right?
Okay.
So hang in there. It'll be
right.
January before you know it.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. God bless you. Bye.
You. Bye-bye.
1-888-565-1470, and we are spiritually speaking to all of you, and I'm going to go right to the phone lines, and I've got Ashley on the line, and Ashley, she's in Jacksonville. Ashley, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great, Ashley, and how can Spirit and I assist you tonight?
I wanted to know about work.
And what is the question about work? Does it have to do with people and personalities?
I guess, like, am I going to be there or progress?
Well, I'm feeling a little resistance from one of the head people or an owner to give you more than what you're currently handling. I'm not feeling like they're teaching you other things at this time. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And I'm also made aware that they're going through some, here's the word I hear, growing pains, like they're expanding a bit. Are they taking on new patients? Yes. New patients, new way of doing business, maybe even a new doctor or somebody. I mean, something else is coming in and there's a lot of busyness. So they don't have, here's the word I hear, time phrase is time for you. So they need you to do what they give you. And they don't have time to explain other tasks and other things. And they either are throwing people to the lions and saying, figure it out, or they're giving all those tasks to someone else who's very burdened and actually feeling a little bitter in the energy as this coworker of yours. And they have to handle it all, and there's no way for you to help. But because of the expansion, Ashley, and this is what's a good thing, you're going to have an opportunity to stay there if you choose. And what this offers you at this time during a very emotionally raw time for you, because things have been emotionally raw, is that correct?
Yes.
And during this emotionally raw time, Spirit says it's good to have something that is keeping your mind busy, is challenging but not overly challenging, and creating lots of stress. And so this is a very safe environment for you now. And I take you into next year, if there's not advancement, promotion, or something to challenge you, and I take you into next year, into the March time, they make me feel like it might be around a time of when we were hired, coming into a year or year and a half anniversary. If you're not feeling fulfilled, then I feel that you will choose to step away and you'll find another opportunity. But they are quite happy with you, so enjoy that and feel secure in this work environment for now.
Okay.
All right? And Ashley, if you had God in front of you and you could ask or say anything to God, and you know all the guides and the angels are listening, my dear, what would you say?
I have no idea probably why I worry about stuff that is so trivial to them.
Okay. So why you worry, right? And I'm sure that the answer would be that everything you need is already provided. So you have to trust. So Ashley, what part of you or what aspect within you is afraid to trust? There lies your answer. But in the meantime, shall we ask God and the angels to give you clarity and inner peace as things begin to kind of unfold in front of you?
Yes.
And can you just see yourself sitting on the floor and throwing your hands up and saying, okay, God, I'm passing it to you. What will be, will be?
Yes.
Okay. So why don't you say that? God, I'm passing it to you.
I'm passing it to you, God.
All right. Then let's see what comes next, my dear. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for calling, Ashley. God bless you, and have a great upcoming Labor Day weekend. I can't believe it's here already, so thank you.
I know. Thank you, you too.
Yes, bye.
Bye.
And we're going to go right back to the phone lines, and I have Taryn, and she's in Miami. Taryn, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Taryn. Is this your first time calling into the show?
In a very long time, yes.
Okay, well, welcome back. Good to hear you and have you back on board in our family. And how can Spirit and I assist you tonight?
I'm just, I guess, getting a little nervous because I'm supposed to be moving with my fiance to another state. He's already moved, and I guess, like, I'm kind of getting cold feet about it, so I want to make sure I'm making the right decision.
Okay. And, Taryn, when is his birthday? What's his birthday, please?
September 22nd, 1992.
And this is something that you've been planning for about the past 6 months, yes? They make me feel like it's
Yeah.
6 months, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you getting cold feet?
Because it's coming up so soon. I didn't expect to be offered jobs. Like I said, October, and now that October is coming up and it looks like I'll be there by October, I'm like, maybe I should push it back to January.
No.
And I'm afraid of leaving my mom.
Oh, well, you know what? Mothers have us in a nest, but they do want to push us out so we can fly. All right, this is your opportunity.
I don't think she wants me to go, so that's why I'm like, should I push it back to after the holidays?
Well, that's a free will choice. It is a very free will choice.
Okay.
But you ask the universe, let's follow this chain of events. And I say this to you and I say this to everyone. When we ask the universe to give us something, and they give it to us, and everything unfolds perfectly according to our request and plan, and we've put our foot upon the path, go with it. Go with the flow, the universal flow. All right? Your mom may not want you to go. Before you know it, mom may be packing up and moving to the same state you're in. All right?
I guess I didn't want to ruin it because I asked God and it's happening the way I asked, but now it's here. I'm afraid.
Fear. Fear's an illusion. Fear's an illusion. You ask, you receive, you accept. And you
now
trust.
I'm asking God, can I hold it off?
And you know what? Our words create. So then offers and things will start to fall through, and you may not have that. And I don't really sense that that's what you want to do for your relationship. Spirit makes me feel like it's important to the relationship for you to go.
Okay.
All right. So stay the course, my dear. Be strong, be brave. Listen, if I could wake up one day and say, I'm moving to Florida, and just go, and everyone think I'm nuts, look what happens, right? Go with the flow. And before I let you go, if God were here in front of you, what would you want to say to God during all these things going on in the world, or all these changes for you? What would you want to say or ask God?
I just want to thank him for always loving me and to always guide me and allowing me to trust him.
To trust.
And just to always give me clarity, please.
All right. Well, then out of your own mouth, you're going to get trust and clarity. And girl, you're moving. So start packing. No fear. All right?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Keep us posted on this great move, okay?
I will. Thank you.
All right. God bless you. Bye.
Bye.
1-888-565-1470. And we are on live on Facebook and Periscope and being heard here on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 The Talk. And I'm also heard in Atlanta, 1100 AM on WWWE. So if you're listening, don't go anywhere. No matter what you're doing, turn on iHeart. Turn on any app that will get us right into your phone, and we will follow you wherever we go. But we're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors and a very brief break, and then we're going to be right back.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and Periscope. The phone lines are open. 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
Talk 1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Hi, I'm Gina Martell.
I'm Alan Knight.
And you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
I had a feeling. I hope you had the feeling too.
I get them all the time.
Oh, to tune in to our show every Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock on our sister station, WSBR.
Oh, I think that's amazing. And you know what? I think people should listen to their feelings all the time.
I'm in tune to my feelings. Okay, let's get in tune with Sarah Spiritual right now.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Now you can get Talk 1470 WNN on 95.3 FM too. Loud and clear. Health and Wealth Radio, WNN.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Welcome back to the second hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, another interactive hour of uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next hour, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook, and share the love and light.
To be
are back here live on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 The Talk, and we're talking to you today. We are talking to all of you here live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and we are connecting to see what's up, what's going on in life, and what questions you have, and how we can help you navigate where you are and get you where you want to be. And we're also asking you a question. Yes, that's right. I'm asking questions today. And if God were here, what would you say to God? What would you ask God? What would your words to God be? We want to hear from you and your thoughts. While Spirit's answering your questions, let's see what you have to say to God. And we are being heard on WWWE 1100 AM in Atlanta. We're heard on 95.3 The Talk and 1470 AM. And we are connecting on Facebook and Periscope. Hey, wait, are we friends on Facebook? Did you go to my page, Sarah Spiritual? Did you like my page, Sarah Spiritual? Are you following me? Are you getting notifications every time I post one of my messages? Do you know in the morning I sit with my coffee and I just sit on the couch and I hear voices? Yeah, I know. It's special. But I get these messages and then I just start writing and I put it up on Facebook. Things that help us navigate our day-to-day experiences. Maybe you're having an off day and you need a pick-me-up. Maybe you want to hear something inspirational, or maybe you just want to laugh. Well, go to my Facebook page, Sarah Spiritual, and like the page, follow the page. You'll know whenever my show's going live, and you'll know when I'm doing live events. I'm going to be in Fort Lauderdale in the Metaphysical Chapel of South Florida. I'm singing during their service and doing a meditation on September 17th. And then the following Sunday, I'm going to be teaching spiritual protection and clearing. And that class is also at the Metaphysical Chapel of South Florida. You can find it on their webpage, and you can go to sarahspiritual.com and be sure to see some of my upcoming events. We're getting ready to list my fall classes. So if you're interested in expanding your spirituality and learning how to do your own connections, and maybe you want to learn about chakras or interpreting dreams or how to read spiritual cards or connecting with your angels, maybe you want to learn how to do healing energy. We're going to be teaching all of that this fall and more. It's going to be a very busy fall at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. And if you are local in West Palm Beach or here in South Florida, I do hope you visit me at the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in West Palm Beach. If you're not local, go to sarahspiritual.com and see some of my products. All of my products are hand-blended, handcrafted, blended with oils and blessed waters and lots of special energy so that you can have a shift in any area of your life that you'd like. Do you want to shift and have good vibrations in your home? I've got a spray for that. Do you need love? We got a love spray. What about abundance? I have an entire abundance kit that is available on my website. It actually has a little 14-karat gold bottle with real flecks of 14-karat gold and an abundance spray, an abundance bath, a petition, so that you could write the dollar amount and ways of abundance you want to be showered in your life. So go to my website, stop by the center, like my Facebook page, Sarah Spiritual. Follow me on YouTube, follow me on Periscope, follow the Yellow Brick Road, because we are in the land of Oz when we are spiritually speaking to the guides and the angels, because things have a way of getting just a bit better. I'm going to go right to the phone lines, and then Facebook questions, keep them coming, because we're going to pop on to you very soon. And I've got to go to New York, and I've got Kathy on the line. Kathy, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I am doing great, Kathy. And how can Spirit and I assist you?
I have been down in the dumps. I've been waiting for an apartment and a 80-20 where you get a lower income for myself and my daughter, and everything went wrong. And they put me on like a low priority list, and I was just wondering if Spirit sees anything for myself and my daughter where we're going to live.
And there was a thought or an idea that you were going to be moving on or around October?
Was
that your intention? Was that your goal?
would have been moving by sooner than that, but they discounted me, and now I'm living back and forth in Florida with no home.
With no official home. Yes.
No.
Okay. They tell me that October into November, it was a paper problem. All right?
Yes.
It was a paper problem.
Yes.
And this
everything went wrong. I'm telling you, Sarah, I was ready to get it, and I couldn't prove a bill, and they just went on to the next people, I guess. And I appealed it, and to twice. The first time they said no. The second time I haven't heard yet. And it would have been right by my sister in New York, and she just lost her husband, so she's sad, and my daughter needs a home, and it was just the perfect location and the perfect amount of money for the rent because I'm on workers' comp.
All right. Well, we're going to create the space for what you want. Are you ready? It doesn't matter what the paper says. It doesn't matter what mankind says. When we are in the collaboration with the universe and we're shifting energy, Kathy, we can do anything. So I want you to hold the space with me, and I want you to see yourself in the month between October 1st and November 1st. I want you to see yourself putting yourself in a new apartment, putting your key in the door, walking into something that's just right, that's perfect. And if you didn't get what you deemed perfect before, there's an even more perfect place coming for you. And in the moment of now, you have to trust the universe is going to align things. And I'm going to make a suggestion. I'm going to suggest that you read from the book of Psalms, Psalm 32, 34, and 65. So there are Psalms, and I want you to read all of 32, all of 34, and all of 65. This will have your words heard. This will have your case heard, and we're going to hold the space so that you can open up the door so that you can step in and pick through all of this confusion. Somebody really didn't do their job, and it was too late when they realized you didn't have it. And then when you submitted it, it really wasn't something that they could do. So they gave that apartment. So that means that there's something better coming for you. So be open, my dear, to that possibility. In the meantime, be in gratitude for the fact that you do have a place to rest your head. And in gratitude, the universe will find a way and make a way to find the perfect place for you. Trust this experience, because many of us have been displaced in life. Think of all the people in Texas, right? So
right.
We are in a shift. And in this shift, you can create it. If you feed into, Kathy, the fear and the illusion of your not having any roof over your head and not getting what you wanted, then that will be with the power you feed, and then we are going to feel more jammed up. So at this moment, I want you to repeat after me. In the moment of now.
In the moment of now.
I surrender this outcome.
I surrender this outcome.
Knowing I will be provided for in every way.
Knowing that I will be provided for in every way.
And I claim it to come expeditiously.
And I claim it to come expeditiously.
I am safe.
I am safe.
I am abundant.
I am abundant.
And I am a divine being.
And I am a divine being.
All right, it's done. Hold that energy. All right, Kathy?
Thank you, Sarah. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
so much.
You're welcome. Do not worry. Do not worry. And Kathy, if God were to be here in front of you, what would you want to say to God?
I would want to ask him to come more into my heart because I've been doubting him lately. And it's a hard one for me right now to talk about.
I understand. But when you ask and you invite, that's all the universe and all the Creator needs is the invitation. And then the inner peace comes, the wisdom comes, the understanding, the clarity, even on matters that we don't quite understand how things could be a certain way. You're not as alone as you think you are, Kathy.
I feel very alone.
I know, but you're not as alone as you think you are. So you've made the request.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you were going to say you feel?
No, I was just going to say that, financially I'm waiting for my case to come January of 18. And, there's just a financial problem. I'm alone, and I'm back and forth trying to help my daughter, give her a home. And I'm doubtful lately, and I'm trying to restore my faith and just feel like I make very poor decisions.
Well,
and not anything to do with any dependence, anything, just I make mistakes.
And everybody makes mistakes. And it's to be kind on yourself and realize that what we deem mistakes are actually opportunities to set ourselves on a path of greatness. It's just the uncomfortable growing pains, that's all.
Right.
And you will be fine. And this too shall pass. It is temporary. The uncomfortable feeling, the loneliness, is temporary. And it has as much power as you give it. So we surrender it now. We ask God in the heart and let everything move. And I have a feeling it's going to just come around just fine. All right, my dear, how did you hear about the show?
I heard you when I was in Florida on 1470.
Great. Well, thank you for continuing to listen to me and following the show every Wednesday from 5 to 8 p.m. We welcome you to our family, and you keep us posted on your journey.
I will. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Kathy. All right. Bye-bye. God bless you. Bye. 1-888-565-1470. And let's see what we've got going on my Facebook, because we are popping things here around in Facebook. And Maria wants to know if there's any messages from Spirit for her. And you know what, Maria? One of the things Spirit is bringing to me is they're talking to me about dreams. They're talking to me about messages that you get in the dream state, and they're bringing forth important relatives and connections with spirit guides that have been popping up in the dreams. They make me aware of a woman. This woman has come to you several times. She seems connected on the father's side of the family. There's a female energy that comes through you during your sleep time. And I also feel that you are very spiritually gifted, and your messages in your dreams are one way that Spirit connects with you. And I also want to let you know, Maria, that I see a financial increase coming for you. And they talk to me about some type of money that seems almost like a bonus. It's a chunk of money, so I don't know if you're due for a sizable raise or there's an end-of-the-year bonus, but I see money coming for you, my dear. So thank you, Maria, for your Facebook question. I'm going to go right back to Facebook, and I'm going to see who else has a question for me right here. And I've got Sherry. And Sherry, let's see, she wants to know a career path for herself. And let's see, Sherry, you have this wonderful energy of working with people. People trust you and they like you, Sherry, and they are making me aware of your health and wellness energy. I feel as if there's some health wellness energy around you, like you can make a path and some type of healing work or health care provider. And there's some further studies or something that is going to assist you on this journey. So Sherry, send me another message on Facebook and let's talk a little bit more, because I'm seeing several choices for you. And I feel as if this January 2018 opens up a road of possibility, almost as if you can birth your own opportunity, almost in some kind of health and wellness. So thank you, Sherry, for your Facebook question. And I'm going to go right back to the phone lines. And I've got Denise. And Denise, she's in Pembroke Pines. Denise, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Denise. And if you can just turn down that radio in the back so we don't hear ourselves, that would be wonderful.
That was actually you. I was on Facebook, too.
Oh, you just get around, girl. Look at you. So, Denise, how can Spirit and I assist you tonight?
Well, I'm kind of concerned. I just feel kind of out of sorts lately. I don't know why.
Tired?
I went on vacation.
You're feeling tired,
yeah,
yes?
Tired, and, yeah, very.
Yes. I feel like the energy is very, very heavy. I'm feeling like the energy is almost oppressive. There's a lot of density in the energy, and a lot of us are spiritually making some shifts. So what you're saying is something that I'm hearing often from people right now. And I'm also being led to tell you, specific to you, did we check the thyroid? What are the levels with the thyroid?
I go back to the doctor in a few weeks, so I can have them check it then.
Yes, when they do the blood panel, make sure they test for all the different aspects of the thyroid and check all that, because I feel like you've gone through a physical shift as well as a spiritual, but I'm talking in the physical. And that's an important thing for you to look into. Almost like the body's recalibrating metabolically is the word they give me. So let's take a look and see what that can be. I also feel that, you have yourself on this, this rat race. You're going, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am. I'm down one person in my office, so I'm back to doing the things that I used to do before, taking them back over.
Yes.
So I went on vacation, and it was okay. Vacation's over, and I'm back to reality, and I just haven't stopped since.
Well, that's okay. It's temporary. But in the meantime, get some rest and up some of the vitamins. Take a look at what you're putting in the body for the fuel. Push yourself to sleep a little better. I know you wake up in the middle of the night. The sleep seems a little intermittent. It's not quite as solid the way I'd like to see it. Perhaps you want to work on relaxing a little sooner before you go to bed so that you're not so stimulated when you go to bed. And this way you can fall into a deeper sleep.
Hot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm always hot, and I'm tossing and turning. So, anyway, that's part of my issue.
All right. Well, then all the more reason to have that blood panel done and see what they can do to kind of balance that energy. I'm sure it's draining you quite a bit to not sleep well, to have extra work. And then the energy upon the planet is just very changing right now. It's very out of sorts. So we're just all going through a bit. So, Denise, you will be fine. All right, my dear?
I have one more question. I'm concerned about my husband because he's got a new diagnosis. Does Spirit show anything?
And this diagnosis is requiring a follow-up. Is this true?
Yes.
Okay. It's a minimal experience.
Okay.
There is something to be addressed, but they look at it as minimal. It's not something that is going to be continuous. It's something that needs to be addressed, and once it's addressed, because they have to check something else. Yes.
Well, he's pulmonary, so they say there's no cure, but they're working with him to get him on the right path.
It's a minimal experience. It's not something, and I think we talked about this a couple of shows ago when you had called in his breath and his breathing, but I'm not.
Oh, I did.
Yes, so I'm not feeling it being something that is going to be altering, because we talked about the construction, because now Spirit's reminding me of the construction, and we talked about construction, and he breathed in quite a bit, so there's some damage there in the bronchial and the lungs, yes?
Yeah.
So these things, this is what Spirit made me aware of when we talked before, and they just kind of gave me the download again. So it's going to be a minimal experience. He's going to do what he needs to do, be it something for inflammation, some type of steroid, some type of breathing treatment, and it's going to make it better for him. He'll find relief, actually, from where he is now. And then there's some other procedure or something that they can do, the Spirit is telling me. All right, Denise?
Okay, perfect.
And
yes, thank you,
You're
Sarah.
welcome. And Denise, if God were here in front of you, I'm not going to let you off the hook now. If God were here in front of you, what would you want to say or ask God?
To help all those people in Texas.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Denise.
You're welcome.
All right, Denise, thank you for calling and following the show. God bless you. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
1-888-565-1470. We're dialing up, God's answering, and we've got questions. But right now, I'm going to go to Boca, and I've got Lisa on the line. Lisa, how are you this evening?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderfully, Lisa. And how can Spirit and I assist you?
Oh, thank you for picking up my call. I was just wondering, who is going to be my soulmate in love, and when will he arrive?
Who, huh? Well, I don't know if I'm going to get the name, so we might have to wait on, because sometimes it's a little difficult, because then the next Tom, Dick, or Harry you meet, you're going to go, you're the guy, and we don't want to do that. But Lisa, you were asking about soulmate love, but let me explain that we really want someone who's a vibrational match. Yes.
Yes.
All right, because a soulmate, well, that could be a life lesson, and Lord knows some of those are uncomfortable, and I'm getting a feeling that you've had a few of those in the past, and they're kind of taking me back. Going to go back into the year of 2007. Lisa, I feel like there was some uncomfortability in a relationship for you back then.
Uh-huh.
All right. Was there a relationship that is no more now that you were in 2007? Yes?
Let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes.
I'm like, all right, keep counting, but I'm hearing yes. Okay. There's things that happened in 2007 and part of that relationship, I may say, that have left you a little guarded, a little wounded, not quite as open and receptive to love. But recently, I'm taking you back to the month of March, April, May of this calendar year. I go March, April, May. Spirit makes me aware of you have been making a statement that you're ready for love. You're open to receive love. Is this true?
I think so.
You've been making more of a conscious effort to be open for love, yes? Because you've been closed off for a while, yes?
Yes.
All right, the blinds were closed. You would peek out the window, but ain't nobody at the door. And you're like, well, thank God I really wasn't in the mood for anybody knocking on the door with a glass slipper, right? That's what I see.
Definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
But what I do see is that when I take you into, it's a little further out than you want me to be, and I know that. But I feel that you've begun to meet some people. Does that make sense to you? You're beginning to entertain people, yes?
Yeah, I think so.
Starting conversations, meeting people. And this process that I see happening, this beginning to entertain and meet people, I see this taking us into the month of February next year.
Uh-huh.
And that's when I feel a strong love connection vibration coming in for you. So before your birthday, I feel like we're in a vibration of love where we've attracted or we're about to attract that individual, that we can have a sustainable love relationship. Spirit tells me that you, and I'm never going to tell anyone to settle, but they do tell me you're a little picky, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. But no one's going to say settle, all right? But Spirit says, just be open, give people a chance. Sometimes the way they appear on the outside is not really who they are. So give people a chance. You do have your spidey senses, so you'll know. But give people a chance. Don't be so quick to put them in a box, all right, my dear? But I do see love coming, all right? And Lisa, if God were here before you, my dear, what would you want to say to God?
I would want to ask God to please deliver him so that my son can have a father.
Okay.
And that my son should have peace and success at school on his football team and be respected and honored. That's a long one for God, I know, but that would be my wish.
Well, that's a great wish. That's a great wish. And,
do you see anything there, like about my son's football team? Because he's got some things there now going on.
What's your son's birthday, please?
8302. Thank you so much. I didn't mean to throw in another question there.
That's okay. We've got that here. So 8302. So, and that's something that is of interest to your son to move forward on a more upfront professional level, yes?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Because I'm seeing some movement up for him. So there's something that is supposed to move up. So is he trying out for the team? Where is he at in this process? Because I'm seeing some movement forward.
Oh, he's on the team.
Okay, so I'm seeing movement forward. So I don't know if he's going to be played more or more placement, but he's going to get more noticed. But I feel as if there was a clash between him and one of the coaches.
Are you kidding? You are still right on.
Okay, and that made it uncomfortable for him, and it kind of chipped away at his confidence. But he's going to be okay, and I think if he can get past this, he can actually get his mojo going. All right, and sometimes the way that coach reads to me is that he likes to cause angst in people to see what they're made of. And he's rough around the edges. And your son is a sensitive kind of guy. He takes things to heart. And he's holding that inside. But you know what? He's got to dust himself off, brush it off, and just move forward. And this experience is going to toughen him. All right?
All right. Well, that's beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And
Thank you.
Lisa, thank you so much for your call. This is your first time calling into the show.
Yes, and I'm going to come find you when you're around here for sure. Thank you.
All right, wonderful. You can always visit me at my center at the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. I do personal sessions, and I'd love to explore some of these wonderful love questions you have. Or come visit me when I'm at one of my events that are coming up. Visit sarahspiritual.com, and you can see where I'm going to be soon.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Inspiration. Thank you.
You're welcome. God bless you. Bye.
Okay, God bless you. Bye-bye.
1-888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then we're going to go right back to the phone lines and to Facebook, so keep your questions coming. And if you're listening in Atlanta, just know that we are going to be with you until 7, and then you can pop on over to WWNN 1470 AM and listen to us on the iHeartRadio app. Stay with us, everyone. Don't go away, because we're going to be right back.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your song? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its story, like a movie playing in a different theater. And the characters, they change like wandering.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Hi, I'm Gina Martell.
I'm Alan Knight.
And you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
I had a feeling. I hope you had the feeling too.
I get them all the time.
Oh, to tune into our show every Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock on our sister station, WSBR.
Oh, I think that's amazing. And you know what? I think people should listen to their feelings all the time.
I'm in tune to my feelings. Okay. Let's get in tune with Sarah Spiritual right now.
Okay.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll-free worldwide. 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook.
Yes, indeed, the stars are aligning. And do you know me? Because I know you. And the music you're listening to throughout our show are actually Spirit-channeled songs that Spirit gives me instantaneously, and I just write it. And what you just heard was the actual song being written, and that was the performance of a writing of a song. So go figure, I just never know where I'm going to get my messages from. And I'm going to go to New York. I've got Matthew on the line. Matthew, how are you?
I'm good, Sarah. I haven't spoken to you for a while, but it's good to connect with you again.
Yes, good to connect with you. And your birthday's coming up, I see here, based on the birth date that I have in front of me. So happy birthday, Matthew.
Right. Thank you. It's tomorrow, yes.
Yes, well, happy birthday. And Matthew, what is your question for me tonight?
I think my main question is maybe just what kind of a reading you get for the upcoming year.
Okay. So Spirit talks to me about disenchantment with life. That's the word they give me. They talk to me about not feeling fulfilled. They're talking to me about your feeling not heard, not understood, that last year was a rough year for you, that the calendar year of birthday year was uncomfortable for you. You really weren't feeling like it was a great, yay, this was a great year for Matthew. You're kind of feeling like, oh, good God, what else is going to happen? Yes.
Yeah.
And so Spirit is telling me that coming into this year, after your birthday of August 31st, this October-November time, I'm opening up a portal of energy, and they show me a shift where you start to feel like there's something to look forward to, that you have some advancement in music, and that like the music and the harmony of life starts to kind of pick up, and there's a sense of rhythm for you. You've been out of sync, out of touch with you, with your emotions, and I'm feeling that you were feeling agitated and angry, and that seemed to be a dominant emotion that kept popping up for you, that you were frustrated with life. Does that make sense?
That makes total sense. Yes.
And so moving into this new birthday year, starting tomorrow, you're going to have a sense of peace and accomplishment and a direction as to where you go from here to increase finances and to also be fulfilled musically, emotionally, and spiritually. So it is a year of some transformation, but not uncomfortable growth. Transformation that will make you feel fulfilled, Matthew. It's going to be a good birthday year. They are talking to me, though, for your digestive issues. They want you to keep an eye on the stomach area. Don't know if we've had some things popping up, but you do want to keep an eye on that. Does this make sense to you, Matthew?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on that. That's the area of, caution or awareness that Spirit gives me. So, Matthew, I am asking all of my callers to please give me a question or a statement. What would they say if God were here in front of them? So, if God were in front of you, Matthew, as you sit in New York, what would you want to say to God?
I want to say, why is it so confusing? I want him to explain that.
Why is life so confusing?
Why is life so confusing?
I think we as humans make it confusing. So you've put the question out there. If God were here in front of you, why is it all so confusing? And what I find is that when we ask these questions, the answers do come. So Matthew, look for the clues, because I know that God is going to answer. All right?
All right.
Thank you so much for calling, Matthew. Thank you. And I appreciate your following the show and following me, Sarah Spiritual. Greatly appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you.
Bye. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Thank you.
1-888-565-1470. That's the number that gets you into Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, so that Spirit, we all can answer your questions here live on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 FM. And we're still being heard until 7 o'clock at 1100 AM in Atlanta. And I'm going to go to Miami. And I've got Christina on the line. Christina, how are you this evening?
Hi, thank you so much for taking my call. How are you?
I'm doing great, Christina, and welcome to the show. How can Spirit and I assist you tonight?
I'm actually here with my dad, and we wanted to know if you could talk to my grandmother and his mother.
Well, I can, but I don't know if I can make that connection instantaneously. So let's see if we can make that connection. Christina, can I please have your dad's birthday, please?
11/18/1958.
And grandmother's birthday, please?
1/24/31.
1/24/31.
And there's more than a grandmother in that space as well. There's a grandmother-grandfather energy? I have multiple people there are connected to the father on the father's side. Yes, is that correct?
You mean my dad's father?
Yes.
You mean like a grandfather?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I have multiple people there. I have female energy. I'll see if I can someone to step forward and give me some identifiers, but I've got female energy. I've got someone who stands next as if it's a grandfather energy. And I'm also made aware of someone who passed, but they passed younger. I'm holding the energy. It feels as if it's someone who's closer to your dad's age. Is there an uncle or a brother who passed young on your father's side?
No.
I've got a man who stands close, and he stands very close to the father lineage. So we're going to leave that with you, because I know that we have someone who is of a younger age, not in a grandparent age. So there's someone there who's connected to the family, and that may come. Sometimes they're family friends, but it's really more in the family group. So that's the energy that I have.
What age did they die of at?
I don't have an exact age, but if I were to give you an age, they passed in this age of, I want to say 35, in that age range. All right?
No, we don't know, but we'll think about it.
Yes, give that.
Anything?
Yes. All right, bear with me. Let me see who else I can connect with for you. And there's a woman who makes me aware of February, March as being important in a birthday or an anniversary. Whose birthday is February or March, please? I mean, the February is the energy that they lean towards, but it could be the end of February into March.
My aunt's birthday is February.
Is it? Okay. February, my
grandfather?
Sister. My grandmother's sister.
Okay.
My grandmother. Was Aunt Rose's birthday?
Yes.
In February, yeah.
Okay, and Aunt Rose has passed, yes?
No.
Okay, because someone's talking to you about February, March as a birthday or an anniversary of something connected with them, but they are in spirit, all right? Your actual grandmother is not stepping through, but I have 3 people who step forward, and one is that younger gentleman. Do you have another question for me, Christina? Because I'm not making that connection to the family just like that for you.
Oh, I wonder why.
Because they're not always available. You wonder why. They're not always just right there, honey, for us to just connect with.
Do you see somebody that recently passed like a month ago?
When they recently pass, it's often not something that you can connect instantly like that when they just pass, because they're not quite there in the space. They have to be in an area where we can access them. You know, I often tell people It's not like it's the spirit world on demand, so I can't always connect to them if they're not there in the space, right?
Do you see the grandparents or the parents of my grandmother that you say were with her? Are they able to communicate?
Well, they stepped forward, but I wasn't able to bridge that connection to hear a conversation with them at this time. All right?
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you.
All right, honey. Did you have a question about the here and the now for me?
No, I feel pretty good about this next year.
Yes. Okay, perfect. I see advancement coming for you. I see growth coming for you. And they're also talking to me about a move. I see some movement coming. So I don't know if you're planning to move, but I see a move coming.
I don't think so. But all right, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Thank you so much. All right, bye. 1-888-565-1470. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines. And I've got Catherine on the line. And Catherine, she's in North Palm Beach. Catherine, how are you today?
I'm good, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great, Catherine. And how can Spirit and I assist you?
I'm just wondering about some career and romance insight.
Okay, great. What is the question on career?
I recently started a new position, and I'm wondering if that's where I'm supposed to be. It's a temporary position.
And you have been looking for a job for a period of time, is that correct?
That's correct.
And then Spirit had said there was work coming for you, yes?
Yes.
And then the work came on or around the time that we were expecting it to come, I believe, yes?
I'm
in the
not
ballpark.
sure.
It's feels like it's in the ballpark.
Okay.
I feel that this is a temporary job that can lead you to another position connected to this organization. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. So this is they give me the foot in the door. So we've got a foot coming in the door, and that's going to be of assistance to you. All right?
Okay, good.
And I see that that's going to give you some stability. Now, love, what is this love question that you have?
I'm just wondering. I've been on Match, and it's just confusing. And there's about 3 different men that I'm either talking to or have gone out with, and the one that I've gone out with, I feel pretty lukewarm about.
Okay.
And just 2 other men that I've been talking to but haven't met yet, and just wondering if is my time well spent to carry on.
Well, if you knew that on the beach in front of you that there was a 20-carat diamond, wouldn't you go mining through the sand to see if you could find the diamond?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be well worth your time?
Yes.
Okay. That's how Spirit presents it to me. You know, you have to sift through the people that are there for people who are on the same page with you, people who have the same values as you do. Of course, we always want to be aware and careful, you know, not to give out too much information because not everybody has, well, ethics.
Yeah.
And
safe,
so
yeah.
you want to, you know, we want to be aware and safe. But Spirit makes me very aware that it is possible for you to meet someone through this online dating experience, is how they explain it. But they make me aware of that the 3 people that you're talking to, they are your, I'm going to call it practice. It's like your batting practice. You're getting your feet wet. You've been away from the dating scene for a while. Is that correct?
Well, I've been on the site for a year, so I've done some dating, you know, in the last 6 months or so.
Mm-hmm. But prior to that, we were away from the dating scene for a while, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, quite a while.
Yes, quite a while. So you're learning to get back in the groove, my dear. So if I were to hold this space, if you continue sifting to find your diamonds in the sand, there is some dating and some nice people that you can meet. And there are other websites. So if you feel that that website is not offering you the choices you want, explore some other ones. Sometimes we need to change up the game a bit. But I do see love coming to you. I do see that once we feel more stable in work, you know, the universe has a way of balancing things for us, all right?
Right.
Okay.
That makes sense.
And if God were here in front of you, Catherine, what would you want to say to God?
I would want to say thank you for all I am and for all I'm becoming. So grateful.
And that's a beautiful statement. Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, Catherine, we wish you much success in this new job that leads to some career opportunities. And, well, you're searching for your diamond in the sand. All right, my dear?
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. God bless you. Bye.
God bless you. Bye.
1-888-565-1470, and we're going to go to Facebook. We've got some questions that are piling up on Facebook, and I just need to see what's going on there for a while. And if you're just joining us, pick up the phone and dial 1-888-565-1470 because we are answering your questions. And yes, we have some new opportunities coming for Robert and Kathy. So Robert and Kathy wants to know about the career path. And so Kathy, I am seeing that there will be some new career opportunities for you, but it's kind of out of the line of work. I know that you're a creature of habit and you're very good at what you do. And they're making me aware of creativity. But they also say that it's starting to take a toll on the physical body, and you're looking for something that is going to be a little more fulfilling of the emotion and the spirit. And so, Kathy, I do see you diving into some spiritual connections and deepening your spiritual work. I will put you in the place of healing, and I will also put you in the place of being connected to spirit. So perhaps you're going to be doing some spiritual work for some people moving forward. But I do feel that this career will begin to wind down in this 2018 time, taking me into the month of March or April of 2018. So, Kathy, thank you for your Facebook question, and thank you for saying you miss me. We miss you at the Expedito Enlightenment Center as well. Thank you. And we're going to go to Facebook, and we've got another question coming up on Facebook. And let's see, we've got Priscilla, and Priscilla's going through a lot of changes, and Priscilla has been going through a lot of changes that are personal and financial. So she's been going through a lot of changes in her work environment, and I feel as if she's feeling oppressed at work, like she's almost like people are ganging up on you, Priscilla, and you're not feeling that you're comfortable there anymore. And I'm also being given a message that on a personal front, we've got some family issues that are going on, and Spirit wants you to just take the high road and not involve yourself, Priscilla. And they're also talking to me about your being patient with people and patient with yourself. All right, Priscilla, thank you so much for your Facebook question. There will be changes coming for you on or around the time of the Thanksgiving time. So hang in there until then, Priscilla. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. And we're going to go right back to Facebook if we have another question here. I know they were piling up. And let's see. We have Kim, and Kim wants to know, there's a time of change, but Kim, I'm seeing movement for you, and I'm seeing movement in the way of a physical move and a change that's coming for you, Kim. And the change that I see in the physical move may be leading you to change work or career from a move for work. So I'm feeling like you're going to leave one place and go to another, and you may actually move residence. You are rebirthing yourself. You are stepping into the authenticity of who you are. And I feel as if we're not going to stay connected to the current work job. And when you find that passion, I feel that we're not going to live where we currently are living. We're going to make a shift and a change. So thank you so much, Kim, for your Facebook question. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines. And we're going to go to Boca. And I've got Joyce on the line. Joyce, how are you this evening?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great, Joyce. And how can Spirit and I assist you tonight?
I would like to know if this business that I've started is going to take off.
And that's something that you began to work on the end of last year? Yes, September, October of last year?
Yes, it's been a couple years.
Okay, but September, October of last year, there was a shift and a change, something that you created to take the business either to a different dynamic or another level. Does that make sense to you, Joyce?
Yes.
Okay, great. And I don't know that you have all the right people in place and the networking and the connections for this business. Does that also make sense? You're not quite having the people follow through to move this business forward, yes?
Yes.
And it's more than just a service. There's a product tied to this business as well, please?
No, it's just a service.
It's just a service,
home
but
care,
okay.
Home care for the elderly.
Okay, but there's some type of product or something. I don't know if there's a product that you're promoting, and if it's not yet, I want you to remember that I said this because it's not limited to service. So there may be a product or a product can be a service, but it's more than just showing up. There's something special that sets you apart. Does that make sense to you?
Okay.
All right. And it's a healthcare service, and it's something that you are doing to assist the elderly, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm also made aware of you've been attempting to go to more networking to get more people in. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. I'm also seeing, you're sending people to assist at people's locations, yes?
Yes.
But I'm also being made aware of, is there a thought and idea that we might have a particular place or a place to tend to some elderly in a particular location? Is that an idea as well? Or are you aligning yourself with a nursing home?
Yes.
Okay.
Also thinking of adding to a service for people to go and see the nursing homes.
Okay, great. So maybe this is the concept or the product that Spirit's talking about. Maybe it's not quite like a spray or a drink or a tea, but there's something else that's going to be birthed from this. So this concept will be a good thing. But Spirit says you've got to get all the ducks in line first for what you've been working on. And there will be success. You need a better PR person. You need a better front person because you cannot do it all. Does this make sense to you?
Yes.
All right. So we've got you with your back against the wall, and things feel a little tight right now financially and time-wise. But when I bring you into the 2018 January time, I feel like we've made connections. We have support of community, support from the networking work we have met, and I also see you connecting with other people who are public figures who have an opportunity to promote your business as well. Does this make sense to you?
Well, it's a nice surprise, yes, and that would be the goal. That would be great.
Okay, so I see you aligning yourself with people that have a public figure, a public front, people that have connections, so that they can move your business forward. Is the business considered a not-for-profit organization?
Yes, my business is not-for-profit. I do work with a non-profit who takes ponies to nursing homes.
Okay, so I see a not-for-profit around you, and I see you affiliating with another not-for-profit, not one that you're currently aligned with, and that you all team up and you move forward because they offer a different service.
Great.
All right. So wade through the muddy waters right now, and we will take you into the 2018, Joyce, and then we will see success coming for you, my dear, okay?
That's great. I have one very personal question.
All right, Joyce, we're going to just ask them that you stay on the line because we're going to our break. And then when we come back, I will come right back to the phone lines and I will pick back up where we left off. But it's time for us to go to commercial. All right, my dear? So stay on the line. And everyone listening, we are on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM. If you're listening, tune in on your iHeart app. And if you're listening in the car, stay with us, everyone. Don't go away because you know we're going to be right back.
Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and Periscope. The phone lines are open 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
Talk 1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Would you like answers to life's questions? Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there.
Hi, I'm Gina Martell.
I'm Alan Knight.
And you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
I had a feeling. I hope you had the feeling, too.
I get them all the time.
Oh, to tune in to our show every Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock on our sister station, WSBR.
Oh, I think that's amazing. And you know what? I think people should listen to their feelings all the time.
I'm in tune to my feelings. Okay. Let's get in tune with Sarah Spiritual right now.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Talk here. Talk there. Talk 1470 AM and 95.3 FM, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. WNN.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Welcome back to the third hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next hour, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook, and share love and light.
Yes, indeed. We are light here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and we're spiritually speaking to all of you for our final hour of Spiritually Speaking, and we are going to go right back to the phone lines. And if you're just joining us, then pick up the phone at 1-888-565-1470. That's the number to dial to have your questions answered. But I was talking to Joyce before we went to our commercial break, and she was just about to ask a personal question. So let's see what's going on with Joyce. Joyce, we're back to you right now. How are you?
Okay, Sarah, my question is, I have twin grandchildren who I haven't seen and their father hasn't seen them. And I want to know if you can sense if they're safe and if his father and the rest of us will ever get to see them.
And this was a difficult breakup and end, is that correct?
Yeah.
In the family? Okay, because I feel like they were cut off not for any other reason than spite. Does this make sense to you? It's like a punishment, yeah. Okay? Yeah. The person, the female attached to this, the mother of the children, Spirit refers to her as bitter. She's bitter. And this is not a judgment statement, but Spirit says she's bitter. The personality is harsh, and she feels as if she's been wronged. And so she has alienated everyone, yes? And she's removed herself, and she is not local. You understand this, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. May I have the person's first name, please? I don't need her whole name, just her first name.
Catherine.
Okay. And she felt that you were interrupting. She had a beef with you as well. Is this correct?
Oh, yes.
Yes. So she feels that you were meddling and interrupting, and she just cut you off as well. Regardless of her disconnect with the father of the children, she wanted you to stay away as well because you're in enemy camp. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to go to... Is there a legal document pending now, please?
Yes.
Okay, because they throw legal papers. I'm seeing legal papers. This is a long, dragged out thing. And it's almost as if I have to hook her in, bring her in to get her to attend this court battle because she does not want to cooperate, all right? It's almost like we have to hunt her down. So I see this taking us into the 2018. This is a heart-wrenching experience. I understand that, and Spirit makes me aware that it's going to be painfully time-consuming, and it's going to be a battle, but she cannot completely remove the children. She has taken it upon herself to be the judge and jury, and this is something that will get rectified. It is a long process, and she really has made the father, this is your son, yes? The father is your son, yes?
Yes.
All right. She's made him as a bad guy, almost as if he is the bad parent and he is detrimental to the children's well-being. You're aware of this, yes?
Yes.
Okay. This is going to take us well into the 2018 to begin to get some resolution. You will see them again, but it is a bit off, and I don't say that to cause angst, sorrow, or depression. I understand these are emotions that you've had, but this is going to take a little time. All right, my dear?
I just want to know that they're safe.
They're safe. The personality of the Catherine is one that is, well, erratic, yes?
The person who she's with now?
Her personality. She's erratic.
Yes, she has a mental illness.
Yes, I understand that. I was hearing bipolar in my spirit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, bipolar.
Yes. So she is an erratic person. That's why I paused. I said, yes, they are safe, but she's erratic. And this is something that the children are protected and safe, but she's not always giving them the emotional support and nurturing because she's not capable of that. All right? Very fragmented experience for her in this physical reincarnation. And unfortunately, these children are in the wrath of that experience, but they are physically safe, my dear. So take that out of your mind, all right?
Okay, great. That's
all
good news.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Joyce. And if you were to have God in front of you and you could ask any question, what would that be?
I would just ask him to keep my grandchildren safe.
All right. And then so it is, my dear. Thank you, Joyce, for your question and your comment. God bless you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye. 1-888-565-1470. And let's go to Facebook. Let's see what's popping up on my Facebook feed. And if you're on hold, stay with us, everyone. Don't go away because we're going to get to your phone calls and join the conversation at 1-888-565-1470. And let's see, we have Caitlin McWilliams. And Caitlin, I'm seeing a lot of spirit energy around you. I'm seeing a lot of fairies around you. And spirit is also making me aware of your work with angels and healing energy, Caitlin. And spirit also makes me feel as if you've been delving into the spiritual arts to work to assist people and be of service. Caitlin, I do feel that this is going to be an interesting spiritual growth year for you. And I am seeing some time to move coming into the January of 2018. I'm feeling a move coming for you as well. So we wish you the very best, Caitlin. I know there's some job opportunities and some movement coming for you. So thank you so much, Caitlin, for your Facebook question. And we're going to go right back to Facebook because we just love our Facebook question. We've gotten to Priscilla, and Priscilla, we had talked to you about your wonderful changes that are coming and some movement that I see coming for you. And our phone number here at the station is 1-888-565-1470. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines, and then we'll get some more Facebook questions already. And we've got James on the line. James, how are you tonight?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing great, James. And how can Spirit and I assist you tonight?
Okay. I need, this has been money has just been dribbling in this past month here.
All right. First of all, James, I do believe is your birthday just passed, yes?
Yesterday.
Well, happy birthday, James. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much.
All right. So money's been dribbling in the past month, so now we're on a quest for money, yes?
Major league.
Major league money, yes. And we're looking for money to cover the expenses as well. Is that also true?
Very true.
Mm-hmm. Don't know how we're going to cover it all right about now. And some of the work you do has to do with travel or movement, James? Are you in a car, or where do you go from place to place? What is this movement I see around?
I'm doing mobile automotive repair right now.
Oh, no wonder I see you going around town. Okay. And how has your advertising been here, James? Have you had a chance to get the word out?
Well, when I had my shop, I still have the same numbers. I've had the same numbers since 2004.
Right, but the customers seem to be dwindling. It's almost like they're not quite following you. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So we're forced to bring in new business, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, James, you are on national radio, and we're going to do you a real big favor right about now. What is the name of your mobile business and the phone number, so everyone in the area can hear about you?
It's Jim's Performance Automotive, and the phone number is 954-772-2421.
Perfect. So, James, miracles are going to happen. People are going to call. But I also see this coming for you. I also see that there's a connection that you want to make with, I'm going to talk about networking here. I'm going to talk about networking with perhaps some people who do some automotive detailing cars. Look at people who are in your industry, even some of the places where you buy your parts from, and ask them to be your networking market. Ask them if they could talk about you to some of their clients, if some people need some assistance. Especially people who want to work on their own cars, but they may need someone like you to make an adjustment and to do some of the work, So let's ask for some people to spread the word, give your business cards out, and make friends with some of the managers of the places that you buy your auto parts from, and that will help you as well. I do feel that coming into September, towards the end of September, I know that the next 30 days are going to still feel a little bumpy. There's not much I can do about that. That's why Spirit is encouraging you to be creative. But then I feel that business is going to pick up. I also feel that you were entertaining, you had an idea of doing a side job or something else on the side to generate money. Your wheels are turning in there, James. You like to think a lot.
Yeah, I was debating whether I should go to work as a service advisor or manager for one of the larger companies. Tires Plus, something like that. I walked through this job seminar today, and it was a guy there from Jiffy Lube. I was talking, and he gave me his card.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really a Jiffy Lube type of guy. I do much more major work for an American as well. But he did give me a card, and I did see him today.
Well, if you think about it, that brings in business for you, and you can always have your mobile business on the days you're not working. This is true, yes?
Yes.
Look at it as a Band-Aid. Sometimes we all have to do some things that we're not quite the Jiffy Lube kind of guy, but we still need to pay the bills.
Yes, very true.
All right, because Spirit makes me aware.
I have a lawsuit that's supposed to be being turned over to the attorney from the doctor now. And
it's going to take some time.
So I won't see anything from that this year.
That's going to be, you're going to cut it close. You're going to cut it close. Doctor's turning it over to the attorneys. Now begins the dance, my dear.
Because
there's going to be a dance between the two attorneys that takes some time. So I want you to look into asking your attorney to be as fair and quick in this, but I don't know that you're going to have it resolved by December. I know that's your hope, but I'm not getting that sense from Spirit. All right?
Okay.
It's a negotiation process, and it takes time. They have 30 days, then you have 30 days, then it's back and it's forth. So,
right. Because I didn't ask him today, I probably need to contact him back tomorrow and ask him, did they give me a disability rating? Because he didn't mention that today.
Okay, so check on that. Check on that, and then, of course, if you've got a pending lawsuit, then that opens up a whole other can of worms and working and things. So you want to make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's, that you protect your case and what...
And I'm no longer under, receiving any medical. They want me to get, injections in my spine, and, that's not a cure.
Right. No.
So I said, I don't want to do that because, there's always a chance that, I can wind up having more pain because of the epidural injection.
Of course.
So I turned that down.
All right. So then we will open up to the universe for divine healing and opportunities for employment. Follow up with the Jiffy Lube guy. And, sometimes we can be any kind of guy or girl we need to be sometimes to pay the bills. So step up and see what comes your way, and just trust that you will get through this, well, Spirit's calling it a rough patch. All right, my dear?
Okay. Do you see anything with me with the finding a decent place for a garage, to open up a garage again?
That will take some time. That kind of put me into the summer of 2018, Jim. So I'm sure we'll talk again before then. So, Jim, if God were to stand in front of you and you could say or ask God anything, what would that be?
I would ask God, what would he have me do? What would he have me do to help others at this point?
Okay, that's a great question.
How would I be of service to others?
So then, as you ask that question, I want you to look for the answer, because God does answer all of our questions. Thank you so much for your questions to me, Jim. Greatly appreciate your participation, and we will hold the space that the financial energy, there is no such thing as lack, that abundance comes your way with ease and grace. All right, Jim, thank you so much.
Thank you, and I'll be up to see you soon.
I look forward to it, Jim. God bless you. Bye.
God bless you. Thank you.
1-888-565-1470. And I want to take a minute to talk to you about some of the things we have coming up at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. Every week we are there for spiritual sessions, one-on-one sessions, and we're going to be launching our apprentice program. That'll be coming up in the month of October. I will be conducting all of our classes. We've got classes on pendulums and classes on spiritual cards, classes on the working with your angels, classes on how to read your dreams. All of these things will be posted on sarahspiritual.com in the very near future as we get ready to begin our fall school session. You can learn more about me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com, and see some of the wonderful events that we've had in the past, all of the functions that we host. And I will be at the Metaphysical Chapel in South Florida on the 24th of September, and I'm teaching spiritual protection and cleansing and how to maintain spiritual awareness and clarity during a very busy time in life, and how to clear energies that perhaps are attaching themselves to you or perhaps causing you some angst. So we are going to be teaching that on the 24th at the Metaphysical Chapel of South Florida. And you can learn more about that at their website, the Metaphysical Chapel of SouthFlorida.com. And you can also learn more about that on sarahspiritual.com. I'm also going to be in Broward County at the Broward County Convention Center, and I'm going to be at the New Life Expo, and that is going to be October 14th and 15th. Be sure to stop by my booth, take some of my classes, and I will be doing spiritual sessions right there live at the New Life Expo. We're going to go right back to Facebook. I think we've got some questions brewing over there. And let's see. We have Esther. And Esther, I do have a message for you from Spirit. Esther, Spirit says that, first of all, you have not been resting right. Your sleep is out of whack. Of a lot of anxiousness. Spirit is telling me that the times of trial and tribulation, energy, disappointment, sorrow, hurt, pain, there's a very heaviness in the heart. Spirit makes me aware, Esther, that there's a clearing and a cleansing happening for you. And Esther, I feel as if you're going to be rewarded for your patience in personal relationships. And I see that you're going to have peace, inner peace and outer peace in your home. So Esther, I'm seeing some positive changes coming for you. They lean me towards personal relationships. So I feel that whatever has been out of sorts in personal relationships, Esther, that you're going to find peace and love brought back to you, and you'll have a better night's sleep. Thank you so much, Esther, for your Facebook question. And let's go right back to Facebook. And we've got a question from Aileen, and Aileen wants to know if she should move. Well, Aileen, Spirit says the first thing they tell me, Aileen, is that you are in an adjustment period. And this adjustment time is for you to get used to having your own personal space. Don't be so quick to run. But Spirit also makes me aware that you're feeling overwhelmed. Give some thought and consideration, and if the feeling and the need to move is still prevalent, Spirit makes me aware that in November you can begin to look, and that coming into the February time would be the perfect time, Aileen, for you to move into a new place. There will be new opportunities for you. But the choice is yours. Do not be reactive, Aileen. Be proactive and just sit and be still. And then when you get the prompting from Spirit, then you can move. Thank you so much, Aileen, for your Facebook question. And we're going to go right back to Facebook. And let's see who else we have here. Yes. Adeline, we are talking to you about Spirit's need to make you calm at work. Spirit tells me that there's interruption in something in your finances or work, that the money is not flowing right. I feel as if it's time to look and create work for a new job. They talk to me about new work, new job. I'm going to take you out of where you currently are. I actually feel like there's a disconnect with that current job now. I have to put you into the month of October. I'm going to go into the 15th day. October 15th, I see that we can have a new work opportunity for you, Adeline, in October. So go into looking for new work. There is a new financial picture coming for you. I'm going to go right back to the phone lines. If you're just joining us, join us at 1-888-565-1470. And I'm going to go to Anna. And Anna, she's in Palm Beach. Anna, how are you tonight?
Hi, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great, Anna. And how can Spirit and I assist you?
We'd like to know about love, if I'm going to be happy, and career, whatever message you have.
Okay, Anna, let me take a look there. There was thought and consideration for you to define a new career for yourself. Is that true? Are you looking to reinvent yourself?
Something like that. Yeah.
We want to make a change, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And you want to have your own company?
Just to take it to the next step.
Okay. So the company is going to expand. Is that correct?
No, it's not a company. I'm an artist. I just wanted to know if I see...
Okay, I see expansion. All right. And so as an artist, it's as if you're self-employed to me in that energy. So I see that there's more expansion coming for your artwork. What is the question on love, please?
Whatever you see, whatever message you have, from the spirit.
Okay.
Like if I'm going to be happy, if I'll find the one.
Well, Spirit talks about 2015 into 2016 that there was a relationship that was disconnected around that time. Does that make sense to you? I'm seeing a disconnect in the 2015 time, yes?
I didn't have anything, so I don't know.
I'm disconnected in love in the 2015 time into 2016. So there was no love in the 2015, 2016 time because I have a disconnect there. So I'm given from Spirit that there's an opportunity coming for you for love. But Spirit also makes me aware that you don't trust people. They put up their hand like you're like, stop, you're very standoffish. Does that make sense, Anna?
That's right.
Okay. And you don't know if people have a hidden agenda. This is also true, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you allow your heart to be open, and I feel as if where you live is not where you're going to meet the person. In other words, it's out of your city, out of your county. It's somewhere else. It's in a travel, a movement. Do you get to do some movement or travel for your art?
Okay.
Yes? Do you travel?
Makes sense, yes.
Okay. So in your travels, you will meet someone, and it will be connected to your business, your company, your expansion, your art. This is how they make me feel, okay? And that's something that is going to come for you, but it's not quite time yet. But I feel as if you have some, I'll use the word art shows or presentations coming. And that I see 3 coming in a row. So I see 3 opportunities for you to be out in public. And they take me in the month of October, and they take me into December, and then they take me into February. So I don't know if you have shows on or around those times, but they seem to be about a month and a half apart. Does that make sense?
That's correct. Perfect.
That's perfect. Okay, great. So I've got these shows, and this is what I see coming for you. And so I'm seeing you having an opportunity to meet a lot of people. Just be very open and receptive and meet people where they are at. And when they show you who you are, if you feel that connection in your heart and your soul, let them continue to show you who they are. If you don't feel that connection, just know that people come in our life for a reason and just let it go. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Anna, how did you hear about the show, my dear?
I just saw it on Facebook, and it's the first time I'm watching you, and it's lovely. I love it.
Thank you so much. And tonight we're talking about God calling, and I'm asking all of our participants and questions to ask a question of God or say something. So if you were here in front of God right now and you wanted to say anything at all to God or ask a question, what would you like to say to God?
I will just ask for unity, because the chaos that goes all over the world, the evil, we just need to unite and to know that we're all the children of God, and just to become one, because this is what He wants to see in the end, that we help each other and love each other and not just go to the churches and pray or to the whatever temple it is. We need to really, this is what we're going to be judged for. That's what I believe.
Well,
for how we treat other people. And I just want Him to help us with unity.
Well, that couldn't be more beautifully said. So unity it is, and so it is said, it is done in the universe. So thank you, Anna, for seeing us on Facebook and jumping in. And we are here every Wednesday night from 5 to 8 p.m. on WWNN, 1470 AM, 95.3 FM. And as you see, live on Facebook. So follow me, Sarah Spiritual. Follow my page, and you'll get all the notifications so you know when we're on. Thank you so much, Anna, and welcome to our family.
Thank you so much. Will do.
Thank you. Bye. 1-888-565-1470. We're going to go right back to the phone lines. And you know what? I'm going to take a question from Betty, and she's in Miami. Betty, how are you?
Hi, good. I was just calling to find out what was in store for me for my job and my relationship.
Okay, let's take a look at relationship first, if we may. And I need the birthday of the person that you're asking about, please.
3/11/76.
Can I have a first name for them, please?
Eric.
So what I'm seeing here is that the two of you seem to balance each other out rather well. Does that make sense to you? We've got you can be very specific in how you like things, and he has a stubborn streak too, but I feel that he's emotionally very connected. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
All right. And I'm also feeling that the relationship, that even when you guys are not on the same page, you still remember to honor each other. Does that make sense? There's a great respect there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So what is the question about this relationship, my dear? What would you like to know? The direction of the relationship? What is the question?
Yeah, the direction of the relationship. We just met recently.
What does the month of July have to do with the relationship?
I'm not really, I can't think of anything specific.
Was there a vacation or something we did together, or was it a more significant time in July together?
I can't really connect it.
All right. The relationship is going to move forward at I'm going to use this word, a comfortable pace. I don't feel like either one of you is in a hurry to get somewhere in a destination. You're both kind of exploring each other and trying to be very conscious of living in the moment. I feel as if he's trying to put some things in order for his business career or his work. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And so that's where his head is at. That's his priority right now. But I do feel that there's a connection with the both of you. Do you both work or pass each other in work, a similar environment or something?
No, we're in two different
careers. But I just feel like you two are keep meeting each other, or you meet each other after work, or so. I just have this connection here. Betty, what is okay? So what is your question on your career? Quickly, please.
I've just been kind of stagnant in my career, and I'm looking maybe to move out of state. So I was just wondering, I've been applying on whether that is something that might happen, or
Betty,
if I'm just destined to be here in Miami.
No, you're not destined to be there in Miami, but do you manage people, direct people? Do people report to you, like projects and teams, please?
No.
Okay. What is your task, please? Because I see you as the person I give all my work to.
I do regulatory compliance, so I review products and services for the bank that I currently work at.
Okay.
For compliance.
For compliance. But do people come to you and give you the information? Because it almost makes me feel like you work with, like people funnel work to you. Like almost like you're their director. Okay, that's how they show it to me. So your compliance may be a project in my spirit world. But I see this energy. Yeah. But I feel as if there's a possibility that you may want to leave that arena of banking and do something else. Is that also correct?
Maybe.
Be open to that possibility. If you explore that possibility, you let your creative process, Betty, open up, you might be surprised what other roads you can take. I do not see a move out of state yet, but if you look into next year, there's an opportunity that can come in the month of March. If you continue to flood your resume out, something will materialize in March. Write that down. Remember that we said that. Something's going to come. But at this minute, I'm not quite seeing anything biting that's worth packing up and moving. You understand?
Yes.
But look for some changes, but take yourself out of the routine of the box that you're in and see what else you can put together. Betty, can I ask you this question? If you were to be in front of God, what would you want to say to God?
To show me a sign.
To show you a sign. Okay. Then you will see your sign. And you need the clarity to recognize the sign. Yes, my dear?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Past 5 years have been a little bumpy, yes?
Yes, they have.
It'll pass. It's not always going to be like that. Release it, let it go. This too will pass. You'll see.
Great, thank you.
God will give you a sign. And Betty, how did you hear about the show, my dear?
A friend of mine, a coworker, Jose, he's called in before.
Wonderful.
He's a big fan.
Wonderful. Well, thank Jose and welcome to our family, and keep us posted on the love life. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Great
Bye.
talking to you. Bye.
1-888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then we're going to come right back to the phone lines, because when we come back, we're going to go to Texas. I've got Maria on hold, and we want to connect with Texas, and we've got Pompano, and we've got Boca, and we've got more calls coming in, and we're going to be with you to 8 p.m., so stay with us, everyone. Do not go away, because you know we're going to be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard?
Would you like answers to life's questions? Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Hi, I'm Gina Martell.
I'm Alan Knight.
And you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
I had a feeling. I hope you had a feeling too.
I get them all the time.
Oh, to tune in to our show every Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock on our sister station, WSBR.
Oh, I think that's amazing. And you know what? I think people should listen to their feelings all the time.
I'm in tune to my feelings. Okay, let's get in tune with Sarah Spiritual right now.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of life. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll-free worldwide. 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook.
WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 The Talk. And I've got to go to Texas. We've got Maria on the line. Maria, how are you this evening?
I'm doing just fine.
Great. And Maria, are you anywhere near the storms? Where are you located?
I'm in Dallas. It's about 4 hours.
Yes, yes. I've been to Dallas, and quite the devastation going on there in Texas. So our prayers and our energy we're sending to your beautiful state. And
thank you.
Thank you so much for calling in. And what is your question for us tonight?
Love, and is love, and if my current situation is going to change anytime soon.
And Maria, Spirit talks about you feeling like you've been tied up in knots. Does that make sense? It's like I have a rope and I'm making knots. You feel like you're in knots, yes? Everywhere you go, you hit a knot. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And you don't have freedom or flexibility. Does that also make sense?
Yes.
All right. You tell me you feel like you're a prisoner in your life. This is also true, yes?
Well, I guess. I mean, yeah.
Yes. We're limited. You can't do and move around and do what you need to do and you want to do. Is that also correct?
Yeah.
We have limitations here. They draw a wall and they tell me there's limitations.
Yes.
Okay. So the other thing they talk to me about is let's go into this arena of love, Maria. So they put before me a disconnect in love. Like we can't have this flow of love because it's almost like something else is interrupting love. Am I making sense to you? There's a divide in a love relationship, yes?
Like a divide, like
a division between two people, yes?
Yes, kind of, yeah.
But we're still connected. Does that make sense? Like we're apart, but we're together, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't have the flexibility to do what you want to do in your life because there's some unfinished relationship business going on, yes?
No.
And you want true love. Is this true?
Yes, I want somebody that is going to grow up with me.
Yes. But the past relationship, we did not have that connectivity. This is true, yes?
Yes.
And there's still some battle or some bad vibe or some energy from this past relationship, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So what we need to do is we need to cut the cords of the energy and release. So is it going to change? Yes, but there's still some more loose ends that have to be tied up. Again, I feel you limited and blocked. And I feel there's change coming, but the change cannot come until the 2018 time because I feel as if there's something that still needs to be broken between you and this past relationship. Am I making sense to you? Yes?
I know, yes. I ended up my past relationship 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I'm in a new relationship, but it's just not going.
It's not working. Okay. Okay.
It's not working.
But I see a disconnect in love. All right. So whatever the past relationship experience is, and I want you to hear me now, whatever the past energy of the past relationship, the one before what you're in now, which I don't consider a relationship. I don't see that as a relationship. I don't see a flow there. But whatever you've attracted a similar experience to what you had before, it's just in a different way. All right?
Yes, you're absolutely right about that one.
Okay. This is, and something from the past is holding you back in this future. But I do see love coming, but I feel as if you've got some loose ends to tie up. We've got a break. There's a break. Remember, Spirit said there something needs to break. What you're in now needs to break. Very clear, it's got to break. When it breaks and you have the strength, the courage, and the ability to break free, you'll be fine because you two are in the same household, yes?
No, we're not. No.
You're not in the same household. All right, well then break.
No.
Then make the disconnect because there's a tie there in this relationship that needs to be separated because you're not getting what you want. But I do see next year brings a better energy of love, Maria. All right?
All right.
And Maria, if God were here in front of you, what would you want to say to God?
I will say, God, that I love him so much, and thank you for the strength that he has given me and the guidance that he has given me, and that I believe in his word, and I believe that he is alive.
Yes. Beautifully said. Beautifully said. So, Maria, when you release the limits and the bondage of this current experience that is mirroring the experience of past relationship, you will step into the opening of an opportunity for new love, someone who's going to love you and grow old with you, as you've said. All right, my dear?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. And Maria, how'd you hear about the show?
A friend of mine, I was a client of you several years ago, and my friend Patty, she lives in West Palm. She was the one giving me your address and Facebook.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you for coming back into the picture, and if I can be of further service to you, go to sarahspiritual.com and we can have a personal session together, all right, via the phone or Skype.
Thank you so much.
You're
I
welcome.
I would like to know more about it, so I definitely am going to give you a call.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Maria. God bless you. Bye.
Same. Bye.
1-888-565-1470. And we're going to go to Boca. We've got Rebecca on the line. Rebecca, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great.
How am I? I'm drained, and I'm really heartbroken today. The past couple of years have been so very difficult for my family and I, but today's events have been so testing and so heartbreaking, and just wondering what the spirits are saying for me. I just need some help.
Rebecca, the first thing they make me aware of is that there's a sense of loss around you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And, people live in our hearts. You know this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And there's some healing that you have to do for yourself. You have not taken any time for yourself in the past 6 months. Does that make sense to you?
It does, yeah.
Okay. Were you caring for someone or helping out with someone in these past 6 months, please?
No. Today's loss, if I can just tell you, today's loss has to do with the loss of a baby that was coming our way.
Okay. Well, we are sorry for that loss. But there is healing that will happen for the family. Yes? For the family.
Yes.
Rebecca, there was a complication in the pregnancy, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And Spirit makes me aware that this is not the only child that this person can have, all right?
Oh, I certainly hope so.
It is not the only child. Now, that does not mitigate the loss and the disappointment and the sorrow of this, because this was a very emotional time. And is this your daughter? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. You were looking out for your daughter over these past few months, though, yes? Because when I see you caring for someone, were you looking out for her or assisting her? Yes.
Always.
Okay. Because I felt like you were the caretaker during part of this, and leading up to this, we were not caught completely by surprise. We had some concern or worry prior to today, yes?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe in the back of my mind.
Okay.
Maybe a little, but not something I ever brought forward. No.
Okay. There is another pregnancy coming.
Okay.
So what's your daughter's first name, please?
Jennifer.
So Jennifer will have another child. There is another child coming. And if I place the time energy, I'm bringing another pregnancy into the energetic field by June of next year.
Okay.
All right. So it's to heal.
As far as arrival or maybe conceiving or?
Being pregnant or conception.
Okay.
Arrival, I don't know if we can't quite count out that way, but her physical body's going to need to heal. Her emotional body's going to need to heal.
Yes.
Okay. So that brings me into June of next year.
Okay.
All right. And this is a sad day for your family and this loss.
Oh, gosh. Yeah,
it's
so
devastating.
Much.
It's devastating.
Mm.
And it will take quite a while for everyone to get over this, but there will be resolution in the hearts and healing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And the spirit of the little one will be connected to the family always in the energetic circle. All right?
I hope so, yes.
Always. They're always simply on the other side of life, my dear.
I lost my dad years back, and I just kept looking up at the sky today and saying, make sure you catch him or her, Dad. And I just hope that he's there to do so.
I feel as if the baby was male energy. This is the energy that I feel around the baby.
Yeah.
Okay. They always go to the soul family, my dear. So your father will be there in the energetic field. They are getting ready to wind out the show for me. I trust I've been of service to you, Rebecca. And
my gosh, yeah. Just listening to you, even with other people, you're amazing and so soothing to the heart. So thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. You're quite welcome, Rebecca. And keep us in contact, and I will most certainly send up a prayer for your daughter, Jennifer, during this very difficult time. And I will hold the space for a wonderful, healthy pregnancy to come her way by June or sooner. All right. God bless you, and thank you for coming to the show. Yes.
Thank you, Sarah.
Bye. Well, another night has come and gone, and we are always connected here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. For those of you who are listening in Texas, we send love and light and healing, and may the storm's waters recede, and may you always stay protected. I know there's a lot of devastation there, and our hearts are out to all of you here in South Florida who have family members there. We definitely know what it's like to go through some horrific hurricane experiences and tropical storm waters. So we are with you, Texas, and I also want to honor the energy of Louise Hay. She did pass this morning, and she has always been a great mentor to many and a founder of a lot of spiritual concepts, and you can heal your life, heal your body, and she made a wonderful impact on mankind. And so Louise Hay, safe journeys to the other side, and we know she'll always be with us. I want to thank you all for spending time and space with me here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. Visit my website, sarahspiritual.com. Stop by my center, the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Have a personal session. Take one of my classes. Sample some of the products. Thank you, everyone, for your wonderful input. If you were to speak to God, what you would say. Remember, God always hears us, and He's always answering. But I ask you, are you paying attention? Pay attention, everyone. God's calling. Thank you. Good night. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 5 until 8 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate life. Listen and call in next week and let Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram and Twitter. Tune in next week for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.